Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by again. This is my channel Pop Fiction, in case you didn't know. We're going to be looking at some pops I picked up, a couple of items from Macari, and some 4 Facebook finds. That said, let's get into the video. Bring on those pops. Alright, so before we actually get into checking these pops out, I want to address a comment I made in my last video. One of my subscribers, Cat Go Lightly, I believe, asked me or told me that I should not leave YouTube, as I said that it's a possibility in the coming months. So let me give a little further explanation to that. First of all, I want to thank everyone who does watch my video. I may not have, a huge subscriber base, but I do have a few people that consistently watch my videos and comment. And I thank you profusely for that. A couple of you have even tried to help me out and gain subscribers, and that's very awesome of you. So I actually really do appreciate the people who do watch my videos, so don't take that out of context, as I know in my last video, it kind of sounded like I was being a little bit of a baby and saying, well, if I don't have, this many subscribers, blah, 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 I give up. That is not how I intended for it to sound, so let me give just a little bit more explanation to that. The reason I said in a couple of months it is possible that I will shut down if my subscriber base hasn't grown isn't me saying, well, I'm not getting my way, is what it sounded like I was saying. So let me get a little further into that. Those comments came through some frustration. Those frustrations being I work an hour from home. So each day I have about 2 hours drive time. And I work a lot of hours. Even if I just worked 40 hours a week, with drive time, you're looking at about 50, but most often I work 6 days a week and put in close to 60, if not more, hours a week. So with drive time, you're looking at over 70 hours a week. And I usually only have 1 day off. I may work 9 a.m. to 7:30 or 8 p.m. and then have to turn around and be back at 6:30 in the morning, which means I have to get up at 5. So, very often, I come home, shower, eat, sleep, and go right back to work, and that's just the routine. So that makes it hard enough, to find time to do videos, and it's sometimes hard to get motivated to do videos when you just don't have time, but I also have back issues, and they have been exacerbated lately, and my back is bothering me a lot, and that makes it really hard to find the motivation. I do want to continue my channel. I do want to continue to do the videos. What I was saying is I'm hoping to hit the 50 subscriber mark by the end of March and do the giveaway to maybe help motivate me to push through, as I am experiencing these back issues and such that are frustrating me, and even the fact that with the subscribers I do have, like Cat Go Lightly, that helps a lot. So thank you for taking the time to ask me not to leave YouTube, and I hope that kind of explains it better. If you have any questions, you can ask. But let's get into what I did pick up this week, and we will start, about a month ago, someone posted some pops on Facebook, And I actually wish I would have looked at them a little more closely, because I may have gotten more of the guy's collection. But he had 4 pops from the movie Grease that I wanted, because who doesn't love Grease? And quite frankly, I love musicals. I've always been fascinated by musicals, especially musicals like Rent, where Jonathan Larson, you know, wrote the whole thing, composed all the music. I mean, to me, that's a true musical genius. And being someone who has played in bands and been a musician, I think composing a musical is like the ultimate sign of talent, as far as I'm concerned, because you have to play different instruments. You have to understand, you know, there's so many different just facets that have to come together for someone to be that talented. So there you go. I love musicals. So I meet this guy last night to check out these Grease pops, which I think the value on all 4 is a little over $50. We had agreed on 40. I go, and I'm quite disappointed, because one of the pops, the box was just like terribly damaged. And the other 3, well, they had some light box damage. They weren't bad damage, I could live with, but there was just no way I was going to give $40 for 4 pops when one of them, to be honest, needs replaced. But I told the dude, look, I'd be skeptical to give you 20 for them, and he decided he would take 20. So I paid about $5 a piece for them. I would say 3 of the boxes are in the 8 to 9 range as far as, you know, mint condition goes. And then the 1 box is pretty much toast. I'm just going to use it basically as a placekeeper for now. And hopefully someday I will get to replace it. So we will start with the first one, which is Cindy Olsen. And this is the one that is quite damaged. I mean, the back of the box especially is really beat up. I don't know if you can see it or not with it in the protector. Yes, I'm going to keep it in the protector even though the box is toast for now. Like I said, it's just a placeholder. But I like these Grease pops. I think they looked really cool. And all in all, even with this box being so dinged up, you know, I'm okay with $5 each. I can deal with that. Because as I said, the damage on the others is pretty light. And the most valuable one, which I think is 19 ppg, it was actually the best condition of all the boxes. So let's go ahead and show that one, which is the Carnival Danny Zuko. And I have to say, I've got chills and they're multiplying. So that is definitely cool. I do really wish the other pop had been in better condition, because I would really like to have the whole set as close to mint as possible. But, you know, it is what it is. I do say I wish I would have looked at more of his pops, because after we left, I went out to eat, and I was actually took the time to look, and he had a few, like a Harley Quinn and a Pennywise, that I would have wanted, but I figured probably wasn't going to get him to meet me again after he got so much less than what he expected. So this is the normal Danny Zuko in his little greaser outfit. And I mean, as I said, who doesn't love Grease? Wow, wouldn't you love Grease? I mean, It's a great musical, and the movie was done really well. I'll be honest, I even like Grease too. So, you know. And the sexy version of Sandra D. Or I guess what would be the carnival version. So, it's a cool looking pop. Hopefully, once upon a time in the future, I will get to replace the one Sandra. We'll see if I ever find it at a reasonable price. Who knows? And then we have a couple of Macari pickups. I still have one I'm waiting on that I really wish had made it for this video, but if nothing else, we'll save it for next week, or I may even make another video this week. We'll just have to see how things go. But this one I'm a little worried about because it just doesn't seem like it was packaged extremely well. But let's open this, and I don't know which one is which, so I'm not going to tell you what I actually bought. Give you a little bit of suspense, or try and build it. Maybe, maybe not. Well, my blade seems to be pretty dull, so I might want to consider changing that. Wow, well, that is an interesting packaging job. Let me go ahead and show you this packaging job. Very nicely done, you know, with all the plastic bags, so let's see the condition here. And we do have a little bit of damage here, of course. Which, when I ship this one, I expected to see some damage. I'd say it's probably an 8. Maybe, we'll say the 7, 5. But anyway, this is my second ad icon, and I'm sure you all recognize Big Boy from Bob's Big Boys, or as we know it here in the South, Shoney's. Shoney's is how we know Big Boy, and if I'm not mistaken, after watching the Funko documentary, I believe Big Boy was the first figure Funko released, and that's kind of where it all started. But so, very cool. This is one I've wanted for a bit now. Glad to start adding to my icons, and I guess this is 20 years of Funko. Okay. I'm not familiar with that sticker. I've not seen it, but okay. Lastly, I will tell you that this should be a pop from a television show. And if you're trying to guess what television show, I'll say Glenn. This one is awesome because they actually fit it in a sorter. So well done on shipping. And let's I never know which side to open these on. So we're gonna try this side, and hopefully it will not be upside down. Is it? No, it's not. So, this is The Walking Dead Daryl FYE exclusive. That was just ever so slight box damage. This one's a good 9. So, Walking Dead. Background. While I have been single for many years now, when Walking Dead first came out, I was seeing a young lady who was a huge Walking Dead fan. So unfortunately, I had to watch a lot of it. I thought it was a very boring, very slow-moving show. There were a few characters that popped up here and there, like the governor, who I really liked. But overall, did not think it was a good show. And after me and her parted ways, I did not have to watch any more of it. But then everybody got all up in arms about Glenn dying and Negan coming home to the show. So, just because I did not really like Glenn personally, I decided to watch his execution. And Negan, oh my gosh, that is what a villain should be. And Negan actually got me into the show. So, after he joined, I did go ahead, catch up. And again, except for a couple of characters like the governor, it's pretty boring up until the point Negan shows up. And Negan, I adore as a character. He is my favorite. And this, if you are familiar with the show, of course, is Daryl, which is like Rick's right-hand man, played by Norman Reedus, who I was kind of disappointed did the show because I adore Boondock Saints. Honestly, I'm going to say Boondock Saints has probably become my favorite movie. For most of my life, my favorite movie was Natural Born Killers, the director's cut. Followed closely by Clockwork Orange, but then eventually Boondock Saints just... I can't tell you how much I love that movie. But so anyway, this is when Negan took Daryl prisoner, and they kept him locked up and kept playing that ridiculous song over and over. And I don't really have any Walking Dead pops, but I thought this one was funny, and I got it for a price I was okay with. I kept waiting until I could get it for the price I wanted. So I finally picked it up. And I did have one other Walking Dead pop, which was a Daryl, but I actually purchased that to give my niece as a Christmas present, and that was her first pop. So, there you have it. That's the pops for this week. So, feel free to comment. As I said, tell me what you like. If you think I suck, tell me you suck. If there's something you want to see, please do. Because, I do have some frustrations. I would like to have, I would like to do more mystery boxes, and I would like to pull some grails and such, but right now I just don't have that kind of cash, and I know that sucks, because I know you guys like to see the grails, and my most popular video was the one mystery box I purchased from $7 a pop. It was my most viewed video, I think at around 170 views, so I'm getting an idea of what you do like to see, but right now, unfortunately, it's going to be common pops for the most part on my channel. But I hope to work on that in the future. So anyway, if you want to leave a comment, that would be great. Be sure and like my channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the notifications bell, then you will know when I upload new material. Again, I want to thank all of those who do watch my channel, like Cat Go Lightly. I've mentioned in the past Chino Cakes Luna, Matrix 21, Visually Impaired, all really cool people that I've met through my channel, and I hope to meet more. And honestly, I hope to have more time to reach out and comment on other people's videos and watch their channels, and you know, still essentially learning all this, trying to find time to do it. So, you know, bear with me and overlook me if I do have a little bit of a rant like I did in my last video. And I know this video has went on for a while, and bless you, as they say, if you're still watching, but I will go ahead and end on that note. So until we check out Pops next week, or if I decide to do a video for the one I have coming, who knows, we'll see. But in the meantime, everyone have a pop-tastic day, right? Okay, a little bit cheesy there. See you on the next go around.